how can you get the best auto loan possible?
Here's where I would start. First and foremost, know your credit. How do you do that? There are so many different resources online today, free and paid. Don't get stuck on FICO this or FICO that or what, platform they're using. Just know your credit. Are your bills paid? What does your score look like? What does that picture look like? Now, what I would do is start doing a little internet sleuthing, pull up credit unions in your area or in your state so that you have a feel and a pulse for what interest rates are out there, because many credit unions will publish their interest rates on their website. So that's how you do that. Now that you know your credit, you know what the interest rates are for auto loans out there at credit unions. Now you're armed right away. Go into the dealership and feel confident, and then see what they have, see what they can do, and use your terms. Buy rate. Y'all know what buy rate is. What do you got, right?
And also get pre-approved before you even go into a dealership. Go talk to your local bank. Go talk to your credit union. Let them know what you're thinking of doing, and get pre-approved for a car loan, so that you have an idea as to what the rate's going to be that either the credit union is going to charge you or your local bank's going to charge you, and that way you're in a position to be able to negotiate with the dealership what the rate's going to be on the loan that they're trying to get for you. But so much of it's not the dealership's responsibility to look after you. It's your responsibility to look after yourself. You can push back all you want. Go ahead.
No. I understand exactly what you're saying, but I think just between you, me, Kimberly, and the couple hundred people here with us, I don't think that's the right tone to set. Like, we're not kids here. Like, we all recognize it's not the dealerships, but this is a highly episodic purchase. It's not like we do this every day, right? And so many people don't know this information. And so I'm waving the flag to say, like, don't make us feel bad for not knowing this. Like,
no, but what we're trying to tell you to learn the information before you go in. It's your responsibility to do that.
You're doing the tough love, and I want the sweet love.
I can't. I'm sorry. I can't give you sweet love on this one. I just can't.
Here's some love for you, Zach. Yeah, you want some love? Here's some love.
At a certain point, people have to accept responsibility for their own actions.
But can we touch on one thing, Pops?
Yes.
More and more dealerships are hitting people right now, today, in 2021, and likely in 2022 with, you don't want to finance through us? I'm not going to sell you the car. So can you touch on that, Kimberly and Pops? Like, how the heck do I address that? Because I'd be intimidated. I'd be scared if the dealership said that to me.
Yeah, and I'm insane about that. That just really sets me off the deep end. And right now, I've been reading some reports where Texas is beginning to start taking action. And boy, I can't wait. This is there's so many levels of wrong here. So far, however, what I'm hearing from legislation in Texas is that dealerships do have the right to say, oh, if you don't finance with us, we don't let you bring in a check from the credit union. You can't finance outside of us. So far, they're allowed to do that. I hope that it's not for long. I think if you want to purchase a car, everyone should have the same opportunity to purchase that vehicle and get the money from where they want to get it, what is beneficial for them.
What should they do after the fact to get out of that loan? Or how should I approach that? Should I take the deal and then refinance it? Can you kind of coach us through that, Kimberly?
Yes, I absolutely can. And this has happened many times. I want to give you a scenario. Somebody comes into my office, they've got horrid credit. And what I call a gift from the lending gods is simply me as a finance manager being able to work with relationships with certain banks, subprime banks, to get that loan done for that person so that they can have the car. There's no rate markup. But guess what? It's not pretty. It's a 16% interest rate because your credit is so horrible. I can't mark anything up here. So I'm making a goose egg on this, and it's not pretty. My recommendation is, if you want the vehicle, you need it, get your foot in the door, make 8 payments, 8 to 12 on time, clean up your credit, go refinance it with a credit union as soon as you possibly can.
And if you don't have bad or no credit and you just have that deal in front of you and they're saying, hey, you need to do it. We've got this question from Ryan Bell in the chat. Should we sign up with the terrible rate just to refinance later?
You need to make sure that there's no prepayment penalty on the loan.
Yes.
And I don't know what the state regulations are in Texas, where this has been a huge problem, but my suspicion is that there probably is no prepayment penalty on the loan. Okay. And if there isn't, then yes, go ahead, sign up for the terrible rate and refinance immediately. And by immediately, I would say 7 to 10 days, so that you can give the bank that they signed you up through time to process the loan and get it on their books, so that you can then pay it off. But yeah, go to your credit union, go to your local bank, refinance, pay off the high interest rate loan right away, and to a certain extent, you've beat the dealer at their own game.